Someone said I'm faking it for saying I'm not a Chris Brown fan. That every time I talk about Chris Brown, I'm overly excited talking about Chris Brown. And whenever Chris Brown is passing through some crazy stuff, I'm not really that happy. I am not a Chris Brown fan, and I keep saying it. Despite I am happy that it got released, simply mean I'm just handy for the right thing. You understand? The guy I've passed through a lot. I have followed him all through his life career, and I love his song, but that doesn't mean I'm his fan. I'm not among the Chris Breezy fan. I'm just someone who just speaks the truth. Well, guess what? Chris Brown has been released, and there are conditions to that release. He can still travel to other countries to do his tour, but he provided some shorty, monetary shorty, going to the sum of 6.7 million US dollars. Can you imagine, guys? Chris Brown paid a security fee known as bail. A security fee known as bail. £5 million. £5 million Chris Brown paid to the UK government as a shorty, guaranteeing that no matter where he goes, he's still going to come back to face his case. Because he told the judge that, see, Chris Brown wasn't present at the court. Chris Brown was in jail. Chris Brown was in jail. Meanwhile, his lawyer and team went to court to also seek to reapply for bail. And the judge said, you know what? The reason why I cannot let Chris Brown go is because, this case is very serious. We cannot just let him go because we think he's not going to come back. And he's not from this country. So the lawyer argued that, see, Chris Brown is an international star who also does business in the UK. There is no way Chris Brown will go and not return to answer this case. In fact, it took Chris Brown 10 years for him to get to UK. So it's really appreciative for him to be in UK. And he has other obligations in many other countries. So, my lord, you cannot just keep this guy here. Please, we have to do something, just to let him go and work. And he can come back to answer this case. So the judge kind of like sided with Chris Brown and be like, you know what, okay, if I should let him go, he's going to pay dearly. The 5 million pounds, also 6.7 million US dollars, paid as security fee can be repayable. Like Chris Brown can get that money back. It's not as if he paid it and he's not going to get that money back. It's bail. No be Nigeria matter. I'm from Nigeria. No be Nigeria matter. This is bail money. That is to say, after the whole case, he's still going to get that money back. So it's not as if Chris Brown is forfeiting that money. No, it's security fee as a shorty. Like I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back whenever. 6.7 million US dollars. Damn! That is huge money, man. That is huge money. 6.7 million US dollars. 5 million pounds. That's like a mansion. A mansion in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the UK. So Chris Brown had to convince the judge that I have a property somewhere that is worth so amount, and this it, guys. This it, and I'm coming back. Since Chris Brown do not have any property in the UK, he had to bring that money, 5 million pounds. And Chris Brown being Chris Brown, even if Chris Brown do not even have that money, the management will provide that money. Because Chris Brown tour alone, this Breezy Bar, the tour alone is estimated worth more than 100 million US dollars. Like, apparently, Chris Brown alone will make close to 100 million US dollars from that tour alone. From that tour, his own money will be close to 100 million US dollars. And not to able to talk about the money the record label will collect Life Nation will collect, and other partners will collect. So the toy alone is estimated to be more than 200 million. So even if Chris Brown refused to bring that money out, the management will provide that money on behalf of Chris Brown. So I do not really think Chris Brown was the one that have to dip his hand in his pocket to bring that money. No, the management, the people involved brought that money out for Chris Brown because they cannot lose their investment. Tickets have already sold out. Stadiums. So they have to provide that money. So Chris Brown, I'm happy he was released. £5 million. Come on, man. I'm happy that Chris Brown was released. You know, he's back and the Breezy Bar has kicked off. So guys, let's move past that. Let's talk about Cassie. Cassie and Diddy's case. Well, you know, I'm from Nigeria, and of course, I'm going to narrate this issue exactly how my Nigeria people will love me to narrate it. Share you now they see these guys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And so many other guys unknown. Those guys here. Here's some of the guys. Male escort paid by Cassie and Diddy for their freak off. And this male escort, they no get entanglement with Diddy. According to Cassie, Diddy is not gay. Diddy just love watching Cassie get banged by another man. That's what he loves. That's his fantasy. That's his fantasy. He loves to watch Cassie get banged by men. And these 30 guys here, they have had section with this very, very beautiful girl here. They have had section with her more than 10 times each. And these are just few. Apparently, there are more than 60 guys. What the hell, man? Cassie. Honestly, Cassie is one of the most beautiful beautiful person I've seen, honestly. Cassie is one of the most beautiful person I've seen. Cassie is one of the most beautiful person I've seen, guys. Just look. Cassie is one of the most beautiful person. It's one of the most beautiful person I've seen. No, now just look at her. Come on. Complete. Complete. And this girl love freak off. Imagine 13 and more are still testifying. 13 and more are still testifying. Apparently, there are up to 60 dudes who have done freak off with Cassie and Diddy. And no one has ever testified that they had an entanglement with Diddy. They just said Diddy will just sit down somewhere, tied to a chair, or sometimes Diddy will use his hand, Diddy massage the cucumber, just watching a Cassie doing his thing. And sometimes this male escort go see runner, they will see peace for Cassie mouth. Cassie is one of the most beautiful women I've seen. But you don't know. There is something in beneath that beauty. Now, the whole thing is that they are blaming Diddy for introducing Cassie to freak off. And they call it Rico case. Honestly speaking, Diddy will definitely work out of this. With this kind of way they are going. As I see no Rico case there. The only thing I see is just two couples who love to spice up their relationship. And many people do that. Many people are into it. Many Hollywood entertainers are into it. Open relationship. They like to spice up their relationship. Who even brought this whole case of two adults in a relationship who love to spice up their relationship, turn it into a Rico case? You know, they still have about 6 months to go, 6 weeks to go with this whole case. And maybe the UK, the US government have some hidden things they are yet to reveal. But if they are putting it on these two people having A relationship with it themselves? Come on, man. Come on. I don't see it. This is just two couples who love to freak off. Well, guys, the only thing I feel pity for is the husband to Cassie. And I believe Cassie's husband is just using Cassie. Will lie, honestly speaking. Cassie's husband is just using Cassie. With everything that has been revealed, Cassie's husband is just patiently waiting until after this whole thing, Cassie's husband will seek for divorce and is going to take half of what Cassie has. Because Cassie already collected 30 million US dollars from Diddy, no, 20 million US dollars from Diddy as settlement, and also Cassie collect another 10 million US dollars from the hotel. From the hotel that captured P. Diddy beating up Cassie. So, according to P. Diddy defense, they are trying to establish that, see, this woman is just money motivated. She's money motivated. She was into it. For me, I think Cassie and Diddy should face trial. Not only Diddy. Not only Diddy, honestly. I see no wrong. The only wrong is Diddy putting his hands on Cassie. You mean all those guys and many more. Many more. Many guys ran through Cassie. Damn, Cassie, damn. And here we are calling people, blasting those adult stars. We don't know our celebrity girls have so many male escorts running through them every night. What the hell?